Today we will learn how to use the crisscross rule to write ionic compounds. The question of the day is draw the ionic Lewis structure for magnesium bonding to chlorine. Is there a shortcut way to do it? We know that cations have positive charges and anions have negative charges. We call those charges oxidation states. The oxidation state or charge of the ion tells you the charge that the atom has due to gaining or losing electrons. For example, if you look at calcium, it gives away 2 electrons to form a positive 2 charged cation. Bromine, on the other hand, gains an electron, making its oxidation state -1. It is an anion with a -1 charge. So the literal charge, positive or negative, will tell you if the electrons have been lost or gained. And the number tells you how many electrons were involved. So sign tells you gain or lose, number tells you how many. If you already know how many electrons have left or been gained by an atom, you don't have to draw the Lewis structure to show its bonded formula. Instead, we use the crisscross rule. We take our oxidation states. In this case, we have a +2 on magnesium and a -1 on chlorine, and you crisscross the numbers. So the +2 on magnesium tells us we'll have 2 chlorine ions, and the -1 on chlorine tells us we have 1 magnesium ion. We get the same result, MgCl2, that we did by doing the extended structure, also known as a Lewis structure. Now, what happens if you try doing this with magnesium and oxygen? Well, Mg has a +2 charge and O has a -2 charge. When you crisscross them, you get Mg2O2. However, remember ionic salts make up crystal lattices? So they have a repeating structure. That's why they look sort of like a 3D checkerboard. Now, this repeating structure is kind of overwhelming to look at. So when we write the formula, we always write it in terms of the smallest unit of the crystal lattice. We write it in terms of the ratio, smallest ratio. So in this case, we can divide both the subscripts in half and get MgO, or 1 magnesium, 1 oxygen. Make sure when you can reduce the subscripts, you do. Now, pause the video and try the show what you know problems. For each of the following, I want you to crisscross the charges to determine the formula. Make sure you reduce when necessary. So, for number 1, we have barium, which has a +2 charge, and bromine has a -1 charge. So when you crisscross that, you get BaBr2. Number 2, aluminum has a +3 charge, and carbon can either have a +4 or a -4 charge. In this case, since aluminum is positive, we use -4 for carbon. Crisscross this to get Al4C3. Now let's look at sodium and oxygen. Sodium has a +1 charge and oxygen has a -2 charge. When you crisscross these, you get Na2O. So now we look at calcium and fluorine. Calcium, Ca, has a +2 charge, and fluorine, F, has a -1 charge. Crisscross, and you are left with CaF2. Next is lithium with its +1 charge, and nitrogen with its -3 charge. When you crisscross these, you get Li3N. Number 6 is lithium and sulfur, so Li plus 1, S minus 2, crisscross these and get Li2S. Next is barium and sulfur.
Barium has a +2 charge and sulfur has a -2 charge.
When you crisscross these, you are left with Ba2S2. However, since both of them can be divided by 2, we get BaS. Next, we're going to do strontium and nitrogen. Strontium has a +2 charge and nitrogen has a -3 charge. When you crisscross these, you get Sr3N2. Next is potassium with a +1 charge and oxygen with a -2 charge. When you crisscross these, you get K2O. Magnesium, Mg, has a +2 charge and phosphorus, P, has a -3 charge. When you crisscross these, you get Mg3P2. Now, let's try part 2. We're going to uncrisscross, so we're going to undo it to determine the charge of each of the ions. In this case, we have CaCl2. That means we get 2 as our calcium's charge and 1 as our chlorine's charge. Since calcium is a metal, it's going to have a positive charge, form a cation. Since chlorine is a nonmetal, it's going to make a negative charge, an anion. So Ca plus 2 and Cl minus 1. For number 2, we have K3P. So when we undo the crisscross, there's only 1 on the potassium, and it's positive because potassium is the metal, and you get 3 as your phosphorus charge. It's -3 because phosphorus is an anion. Now let's look at number 3, magnesium, oxygen, MgO. Now, in this case, when you uncrisscross it, you get a charge of 1. So 1 on magnesium, 1 on oxygen. However, you have to keep in mind that it is possible to reduce. In this case, it has been reduced because magnesium has a +2 and oxygen has a -2. Let's look at number 4, Ca for calcium, S for sulfur. So CaS, when you uncrisscross them, you get a +1 and a -1. However, this has been reduced. Calcium has a +2 charge and sulfur has a -2. For number 5, you have K2Se, which means the 2 goes on Se, which is a nonmetal, so it's a -2 charged anion. Now, for potassium, that's going to get the 1, and its charge is +1. It is a cation. Looking at number 6, we have Li2O. When we uncrisscross that, we get Li with a 1 charge, and it forms a positive cation, so it's Li plus 1. Since oxygen is our nonmetal and forms an anion, then once it gets the 2, it's going to be a -2. So now we're going to do SRO, which when we uncrisscross gives us a +1 and a -1. However, oxygen is well known as having a -2 charge, which means we had to reduce, and the strontium is going to be +2. If we look at number 8, we have NaF, and when we uncrisscross, because there's no subscript, they're both 1s, we get Na plus 1 and F minus 1. Calcium forms a cation, and bromine is going to form an anion. So when we uncrisscross, it's going to be Ca plus 2 and Br minus 1. On number 10, we have Bas. Now, keep in mind, if there's no subscripts, that means the charges have the same number. They just have different signs. So one's positive, one's negative. In this case, sulfur is always -2 and barium is always +2. This last exercise may seem a little silly because you can just look up the charges on the periodic table. However, tomorrow we're going to look at a situation where you can't look up the charges and you have to uncriss-cross, or use a similar method to determine the charge of your cation.